If you wanted to manifest something that is really important to you but you failed, this video is for you. Neville Goddard actually wrote an entire chapter in The Power of Awareness to actually discuss this problem and how you can overcome it. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into The Power of Awareness. Chapter 24, Failure. This book would not be complete without some discussion of failure and the attempted use of the law of assumption. It is entirely possible that you either have had or will have a number of failures in this respect, many of them in really important matters. If having read this book, having a throughout knowledge of the application and working of the law of assumption, you faithfully apply it in an effort to attain some intense desire and fail, what is the reason? A question you all ask. What is the reason that you actually failed? Why? You did everything correctly. What is the problem? If to the question, did you persist enough, you can answer yes, and still the attainment of your desire was not realized, what is the reason for failure? The answer to this is the most important factor in the use of the law of assumption. This is the most important part. The time it takes your assumption to become fact, your desire to be fulfilled, is directly proportionate to the naturalness of your feeling of already being what you want to be, already having what you desire. So it all comes down to changing your concept of yourself. If it doesn't feel natural to you, then it won't happen. You gotta feel the naturalness of your desire. This is why we always say you gotta go beyond the end, as if you already got what you want and it's been a week or a month or a year. It's already done. You gotta feel the naturalness of it, because if you already got like $5 million in cash in front of you, you'll be so excited, right? But if it's been around for 1 week or 1 month, it would be so natural to you, like easy. I've had it for a while now. This is the secret, the feeling of naturalness. The fact that it does not feel natural to you to be what you imagine yourself to be is the secret of your failure. Regardless of your desire, regardless of how faithfully and intelligently you follow the law, if you do not feel natural about what you want to be, you will not be it. You gotta feel the naturalness of it. You gotta feel that you are that person. If it does not feel natural to you to get a better job, you will not get a better job. The whole principle is vividly expressed by the Bible phrase, you die in your sins. You do not transcend from your present level to the state desired. So all you have to do is believe that you are already the person you would like to be. And this is the secret to it all, the naturalness of it. You go into your imagination and imagine yourself as if you are already that person that you want to be. How can this feeling of naturalness be achieved? This is the secret. So pay close attention. The secret lies in one word, imagination. For example, this is a very simple illustration. Assume that you are securely chained to a large, heavy iron bench. You could not possibly run. In fact, you could not even walk. In these circumstances, it would not be natural for you to run. You could not even feel that it was natural for you to run. But you could easily imagine yourself running. So you discard everything around you, discard all the circumstances around you, and you run in your imagination. You forget all the chains and all that. You run in your imagination. This is the true reality. In that instant, while your consciousness is filled with your imagined running, you have forgotten that you are bound. In imagination, your running was completely natural. This is why we use imagination, because imagination is the true reality. This world is just a hologram, a mirror. When you change what you are seeing inside, everything around you will change. The essential feeling of naturalness can be achieved by persistently filling your consciousness with imagination. Imagining yourself being what you want to be or having what you desire. So regardless of what is happening on the outside world, you go inside and you give yourself what you want to have. You become the person that you want to be. And just deny the evidence of your senses. Progress can spring only from your imagination, from your desire to transcend your present level. What you truly and literally must feel is that with your imagination, all things are possible. You must realize that changes are not caused by caprice, but by a change of consciousness. You may fail to achieve or sustain the particular state of consciousness necessary to produce the effect you desire. But once you know that consciousness is the only reality and is the sole creator of your particular world, and have burned this truth into your whole being, then you know that success or failure is entirely in your own hands. Whether or not you are disciplined enough to sustain the required state of consciousness in specific instances has no bearing on the truth of the law itself. That an assumption, if persisted in, will harden into fact. The certainty of the truth of this law must remain despite great disappointment and tragedy. Even when you see the light of life go out and all the world go on as though it were still day, you must not believe that because your assumption failed to materialize, the truth that assumptions do materialize is a lie. If your assumptions are not fulfilled, it is because of some error or weakness in your consciousness. So just because you failed at manifesting or getting something that you want or achieving a goal that you really wanted doesn't mean that the law doesn't work. It means that you got an error inside of you that you need to fix. And once you fix it, you will get that goal. Maybe it's a trauma from childhood. Maybe it's a deep-rooted belief inside of you that is making you fail to achieve that state of naturalness that you already have what you want. But if you fail to achieve something, know that there is some inner work you need to do. However, these errors and weaknesses can be overcome. Therefore, press on to the attainment of ever higher levels by feeling that you already are the person you want to be. And remember that the time it takes your assumption to become reality is proportionate to the naturalness of being it. You must work on the naturalness of the thing that you desire. You go to the end. If you want to have like a successful multi-million-dollar business, imagine that you already are that businessman. You don't imagine that you are still wanting it. No, you go to the end after it's done. Actually, after it with maybe a week, a month, a year. You can play with that. It's all valid for you to do. Man surrounds himself with the true image of himself. Every spirit builds itself a house, and beyond its house, a world, and beyond its world, a heaven. Know then that the world exists for you. For you, the phenomenon is perfect. What we are, that only can we see. All that Adam had, all that Caesar could, you have and can do. Adam called his house heaven and earth. Caesar called his house Rome. You perhaps call yours a cobbler's trade, 100 acres of land, or a scholar's garden. Yet, line for line and point for point, your dominion is as great as theirs. Though without fine name, build, therefore, your own world. As fast as you confirm your life to the pure idea in your mind, that will unfold its great proportion. Emerson. So all you have to do, guys, is become the man that you want to be in your imagination. Discard the evidence of the senses and just go within and give yourself what you want to have. Become the man that you want to be. And believe me, when you achieve this state of naturalness, that it is done, I'm already that person that I want to be. If you are a lady, imagine that you are sleeping, feeling the ring around your finger. Imagine that you are already married. If you are a guy and you want a girlfriend or a wife, imagine the same. You are touching your wedding ring. Imagine that it's all done. If you are a man and you want to be a successful businessman, imagine that you are in a huge house, overlooking the sea, making your calls, and doing all your job as a businessman. Feel the naturalness of it in your imagination. and just discard the 3D reality. This is just a mirror. Just like when you are sitting in the movies. You are sitting and you are seeing the movie on the movie screen. But that doesn't mean that the movie is coming from the movie screen. It's coming from the projector. And you are that projector. So once you change this error inside of you, your desires will be fulfilled. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe to the channel. Like to reach more people. Tell me down below in the comments, what do you want to see next? Check out the ebook in the description box. And until next video, I will see you soon.